Welcome to the PharmaVOICE 100 one-on-one video series with Taryn Groen.
Craig, thanks so much for joining us for our 2020 Celebration Marathon.
Thank you, Taryn. It's great to see you.
Craig, you remain at the cutting edge of patient-focused innovation. What are the biggest trends you are tracking right now to improve the clinical trial process? And you can take it either from the COVID perspective or the general perspective. I leave that to you.
Well, thank you, Taryn. I think from a COVID perspective, everyone has eyes on decentralized research right now. And it's been a critical way for us to maintain continuity from the start of the pandemic until today. And it's an important strategy for risk mitigation for any new studies we want to get started going forward. I believe we have to not lose sight of the intersection of decentralized research and patient engagement and patient centricity, the way that we've been bringing it to life for so many months and years. We include patients in our conversations. We make sure we understand what it is that patients want, not just what technology can deliver. And when we talk to patients, what we most often hear is that patients want choice. Patients want options and how to participate, not just to have one option replaced with another option. And so the trend that I'm following is around truly patient-centric hybrid studies that are location agnostic, where patients can choose the right path for them given their time in that journey. I think in general, I continue to monitor and get excited about trends that data enable patients and empower those patients with their data to transform how we run studies. And I think these worlds will continue to converge.
For you, is this a convergence of all of the work you've been doing so far to get to this place where it is all about the patient?
There's certainly a lot of great reasons why so much of today is about the patient. But I do bring in a little note of caution. For the last 4 months, since March, eyes have really been on trial continuity. Study teams haven't had the opportunity to pause and be able to engage with patients and make sure that the countermeasures that they're incorporating are truly patient-centric, are truly what patients need. Because of the urgency of the pandemic, we didn't really have that opportunity. We just had to stand up and scale up solutions that we were able to. Now we have to bring back our core of what we know patient centricity can and has to mean, including patients in these decisions. And so right now, I agree with you, Taryn, now is this convergence of digital, of patient engagement, and of fresh collaborations all coming together.
So given all of that, what does the industry need to do to avoid going back to normal in order to create sustainable change in terms of clinical trials?
It's a really good question, because simply posting online or saying to one another that this is the new normal does not make it the new normal. We know what commitment involves, and commitment involves work, and it often involves money, right? When we think about instantiating and committing to change inside of complex development organizations, we know that that means reviewing and modifying processes, incorporating brand new ways of training, and not just training our own internal staff inside of a pharma or a CRO. It's training that reaches all the way out to the sites and coordinators and make sure that they're aware of what's new. But committing to change also means rethinking how we're writing our protocols, and perhaps most importantly, how we're investing in the new endpoints that are required, that are essential to truly drive scale and adoption of decentralized research in our trials. When we use legacy, outdated endpoints that require patients to come into clinics for visits, for measurements that we could have captured in smarter, contemporary ways from patients wherever they are, we're doing our patients a disservice now and today, and we're creating unnecessary barriers to the adoption of these new methods. We need to commit, and we need to measure. We need to make sure that when we're incorporating decentralized research methods in our studies right now during the pandemic as risk mitigation, we're tracking and measuring impact on data quality, impact on patient recruitment and retention, and impact on patient experience and their satisfaction. Because when we instantiate these changes and we make these types of organizational changes, and we're capturing the key performance indicators, that's what we need to do to make this the new normal.
Craig, thank you so much for sharing your valuable insights with us.
Thanks as always, Taryn.
For more PharmaVoice 100 content, visit www.pharmavoice100.com.